make the pasta. But you have your lovely nephew, Eric Anderson. How did you luck out and get Eric to be your pasta chef and dessert chef?
My sister's son. What else?
Okay, well, you're lucky.
Let's go.
Because he's been there. How long have you been there, Eric?
It's almost 6 years.
6 years, well.
5.5 years.
You brought some sheets of your own pasta.
Brought some sheets. People can roll out their own sheets. Okay. But the way we start, you want to spray it first?
Yeah, usually
Spray it first or cut it first?
I usually spray it twice so it soaks into the
Oh,
dough
really?
a little bit.
The whole thing?
Yeah. It helps it close. But, Eric's going to cut it up. It's about 6 inches wide. So we're going to end up with 3 by 3 inch squares, more or less.
So 6 by 2.
Put 12 out of that.
Now he's going to put some filling down.
And approximately a teaspoon. Right?
A teaspoon on each?
Yeah, we've checked it, but it comes out to about a teaspoon. If you try to put too much, you can't close them and they pop. So it's better to put a little bit too little.
And
especially in the beginning.
make 12 at a time?
Well, if your sheets are, depends on the size of your sheet. Everybody offers sheets in different sizes.
But at Pasta Nostra, you're making usually 12 at a
I
time?
usually do 2 of these, 2 or 3.
Oh, okay.
Just first I'll fold them all over in half.
This is a family activity anyway, In Italy, people will hang out in the afternoon. Whoever's got a free half hour before they go back to work.
See some of these.
Hang out in the kitchen and make some filled pasta.
Usually make sure it's sealed well. And I kind of go like that.
Like this?
See what I'm doing? I go like
this.
this.
Okay,
So it's
that
almost,
way. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I wrap it around.
It's that second step, this one, of crimping them, that's important. So do you want to do the sauce?
Sure.
Okay, I'll come over there.
I've got a quarter of a cup of water sitting over a bain-marie. I'm going to put some butter in here. I need a quarter of a pound or half a cup. Let it melt. I'm going to put a quarter of a cup of this in here.
Oh, so you're putting the filling in the sauce?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Oh.
It helps the butter and water emulsify. A little bit of cheese in there and a little bit of squash. When the butter's melted, I'm going to beat them together and start stirring it together. Start breaking down that filling.
So should we put these in the water?
As soon as I get some salt in it.
Okay, so only salt in your water, right?
Only salt.
How much?
I go by this. That much water, I go by 3 of these. 1.
Ooh.
2. No, I'm going to test it. A tiny bit more. Yeah.
You're right. Now, this is enough water for how many of these?
Oh, we can do our 3 orders there easily.
Yeah? So 2.
If you put them all in and you don't stir them, Martha,
oh, terrible.
sometimes they'll stick and then they'll break.
Cooking all of them?
45. 45. There they are.
A good idea after we stir this one more time to top it up with a lid to get them boiling.
Okay.
They should cook until the belly is going to be a little overcooked, because this part where it's
double thick.
Well, actually quadruple thick here, because it's 4 layers. This is going to be al dente and a little raw in the middle, and the double thick part is going to be a little al dente.
Okay.
So you have to gauge it, because you've got 4 different levels of pasta here, which is kind of what's interesting about eating cappellacci.
And how many minutes generally?
Yeah, it's probably going to be about 5 minutes. Okay, we ready? Okay, Martha, they're coming out.
Okay, here they are.
Cappellacci Con Zucca.
Oh, I thought you had to line the...
Yeah, well, we have plenty of time because we want to toss them in the sauce and get them coated and make sure that it's not too wet. So we take our time.
And did you bring this with you?
We brought this, yeah, Eric cuts that.
I love your prosciutto. How much?
2 slices per customer.
Wrinkled or just straight?
Yeah, just flat. We're going to top them anyway. Okay, so what you're looking for here is, you see the liquid?
Yep.
You want to do is get that to coat. Want to do it or you want me to do it?
You do it.
All right. Here they are.
What a pretty presentation, too.
Now, one of you guys can sprinkle some more Parmesan on them.
6, 7, 8.
We're not. Are we going to count?
9, 10, 11.
Like, I'll give you the extra one.
14, 15.
There we go.
Oh.
One
Now,
order.
that is certainly a... And now, what are you going to put on here?
And we put a little sprinkle of hazelnuts.
Oh, no nuts on mine, please.
They're very Italian. So
Very generous. Are you sure you give us 15 at the
I'm
restaurant?
sure I do.
You are?
Oh, yeah.
This looks like a
We
lot.
count everything. Have you ever noticed that?
Oh, my gosh.
We're very, very meticulous so that everyone gets the same amount.
So we also put a
Clean up a little
black
here.
pepper on them.
A little pepper. What do you think? How's it look? Oh, look at that. That looks great.
Oh, looks so beautiful. Thanks to Eric and Joe Bruno. This looks really great. And next, Joe's going to share another great pasta dish.
Agnolotti with sausage and peas sauce.
Oh boy, I can't wait. So we eat this first?
Why not?
Okay. Thanks a lot, Joe. Thanks, Eric.
Thanks, Martha.
Remember these sweet little pastas that Joe made at Pasta Nostra? Well, legend has it that agnolotti was created by a chef named Agnolotto, who worked for a wealthy nobleman. Agnolotto isn't here, but we do have Joe Bruno from Pasta Nostra, and he's going to show us how to make a sauce with peas and sausage that goes very nicely with agnolotti. Should I just saute this?
Yeah, you probably want to put a drop of oil, not a lot, just enough to keep them from sticking, and then throw it in there in little bits. Let the pan get somewhat warm so that it gets a little brown to it.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm going to prepare the onions. I'm going to take about a stick of butter or a half a cup of butter.
Now this sausage is beautiful. It has crushed black pepper. It has lots of anise seed in it.
Fennel,
Fennel
actually.
seed.
And salt, and that's it. So that's typical Southern-style Italian sausage. Here's all the onions. This was 2 big onions.
And so those cook down to that.
These become this.
Wow.
And the whole trick of the recipe is to get this to that without wrecking it.
And wrecking it would be what, burning it?
Burning it.
Oh, okay.
On the other hand, they must be very, 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 very cooked because this is the whole base of the sauce. Very caramelized onions.
I have to just taste.
You can see how far down they've gone. If we cooked them even a little bit further, they'd have burnt. And that's the critical part.
This many onions will make how many pasta servings?
We're going to make enough sauce for about 6 hungry people.
So here we have our water going. Should we put some agnolotti in or not?
Not yet. You don't want to cook them too far in advance because they're filled with Parmesan cheese, and the Parmesan cheese expands and they'll pop.
Pepper and Parmesan?
Pepper, Parmesan, a little bit of ricotta. I think a little pinch of Romano we usually put in if we have it, Pecorino Romano.
Okay, so these are starting to...
Yeah, they're starting to wilt.
Right.
They take about 15 or 20 minutes to wilt, and then another 20 or so minutes to brown at a slow temperature.
Okay,
If you brown them now, then when they go to this phase, they'll burn. The ones that were browned prematurely. Okay, so this is about ready for cream, and it looks nicely broken up. If it's not broken up, we can break it up more later. So we're going to put a quarter of a cup of cream, and then we're going to kind of evaporate all that cream, and with the cream, we're going to get all
So that sort of
the little
tenderizes.
bits of pork off the bottom of the pan.
Oh, yum. Oh, so these are getting nice.
I want to start browning them really when they become translucent, which is probably another 10 minutes into cooking.
Okay.
And that's ready to put into the big mixing bowl where we're eventually going to put the pasta and all the other ingredients.
Yum.
Get all those nice little crumbs and everything. That's the tasty part.
There.
Now, into that, we'll put the nice cold peas. When you're using frozen peas, which is one of the few vegetables that really freezes perfectly, you want to make sure you buy them when they're full and plump and not shriveled. Sometimes they get defrosted and refrozen, and they shrivel up.
Oh, yeah, so...
And they taste like
Not so
cardboard.
good.
Yeah.
So now the
Not so good.
agnolotti. Are you going to salt the water?
We want to salt the water, absolutely.